Yeah, well,
to display the real metal.
The real metal.
So I got Ben here from Goatwhore.
How you doing, man?
How was it going in Nova Scotia today?
Today it's a little rainy, but overall it should be pretty good. It's actually our first time in Nova Scotia. Not our first time in Canada, but it's our first time in New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. And this is Sammy.
Sammy, hey. The crowds.
Well, we haven't. Well, in Canada in general, like most of the shows have been really good in the past. Like since it's our first time here, like we played Fredericton and Moncton last night. Moncton. The days are long, man. Okay, so that was our first time in both of those cities, basically in New Brunswick. But their shows were both fucking awesome, and the response was, wow, yeah. Last night was like
they're
fucking,
animals.
Yeah.
They're not animals anywhere else?
No, there's animals everywhere, but sometimes you get to places and you know, since you've never been there and you never really, you don't know too much about the scene there, you never know what you'll wait, you know. You don't try to have an over expectation of it or anything, you know, because then when you get there and then it's, all right, then you kind of like, you disappoint yourself. So you just kind of show up and you're like, hey, we're going to play tonight, and you know, and what it is what it is. And it was just really good fucking shows.
How's merchandise doing? You know, I seen you guys got lots of merchandise.
Yeah,
you know, it's a part of the, you know,
it's a part of
sales.
They help pay for, you know, fuel, things like that, you know, help things move along. You know, it's not a lot of people look at bands and they think you're, you know, raking in cash.
Yeah, just because you put out an album or have a video on fucking wherever, they think that, oh, you made it and you're living in a mansion with a fucking Porsche and supermodels hang out by the pool.
Yeah.
And that's definitely.
And now is this your situation? It ain't yours yet.
It's definitely not the fucking
hate to burst the bubble, folks, but it's not. I mean, there are bands that are on a higher caliber that definitely, you know, make enough where that's basically their living, but
that's not us.
That's not us, you know.
Yet.
Yeah, it's, you know, I mean, possibility, knock on wood or whatever, fucking. But, you know, we'll see how it turns out. You know, we're having a good time. The start of this tour was kind of rough for us because we had some immigration problems. Just paperwork and stuff wasn't all in order, and so we had to kind of go in and out the border a few times from Calgary, because we started in Calgary and went to Regina and then Winnipeg, and then we kept going east from there. But eventually everything worked out, and now we're in until May 22nd with 3 Inches of Blood doing this whole little trek. So it's cool because it's taken us to a lot of places we haven't been in Canada before, which is awesome.
Ben, let's say the downtime, you know, when you're on tour, wake up early in the morning with a hangover, and you know, and let's say you're on a plane going overseas, you know, that must be
I guess you just,
you know,
you
lot
deal with it. Most of the time I'm driving though, so I get up early and I drive, and then these guys are pretty much passed out in a van dealing with a hangover, per se.
Yeah.
You know, we have to make it to the shows, so I guess you have to have one sober individual in a sense, because if we all got fucked up, we probably...
You won't make it to the next show.
No, if it's a 6-hour drive and we all pass out in a van, you know, we wake up at 4 or 5, yeah, we would make it.
Be kind of late.
Yeah, it would be more than late. We'd have to just drop to the next show after that show. So we'd have to play every other show.
All right.
So I guess you got to have some kind of, you know, responsibility going on internally.
With your album, when you guys writing a new one?
Well, we got some ideas that we're throwing around right now. It's not anything solid. We're just throwing things. We've been on the road so much where it's not really been a major focus. Our major focus has been touring a bunch and keep pushing this record. I mean, this record's been out now for like 9 months, something like that. So it's still in its early stages, and we kind of toss ideas around. When we got home just recently, you know, when we're just home for like a week or even less than that, and then it's like we split again. So there's not too much time to like group at home and then toss ideas around. So we kind of throw ideas around on the road right now, and then we get home, kind of, you know, throw a few things around in the practice room before we go over whatever set we're gonna play. And then you know, when we get home from this, we're gonna kind of slow up as far as touring, and we're gonna start focusing on newer material.
When you guys look in a set list, you know, do you rotate it sometimes?
Oh yeah.
Like overseas is probably gonna be different than Canada.
Not really.
No.
It's just every tour we do, we try to change it up. You know, so when you do come see us, it's not the same show that you saw the last time. You know.
Right.
We try to totally rework it, put in songs that we haven't played in a couple of years, or play some songs that we've never played off the new album before. You know, it keeps us from getting bored and burnt with it and losing the fire that you have to play the music. Because if you just get bored up there and you just look like you're not having a good time because you're bored up there, the audience is gonna get bored as well. You know, you can't have that.
And you guys can't be bored either.
No,
that's why you gotta keep it changed up, man.
Yeah. And not only that, you know, you come back to cities, like within 9 months we've revisited some cities 3 or 4 times. So it's good to have some variation in the set list, you know, once you approach those cities. I mean, if we tour Canada and then we tour Europe, it'll probably be the same set list in a sense.
Depending on the time frame that we have between, if we have time to go and rehearse a new set list, then we'll do it. But, you know, if we don't have to, then we won't.
Yeah, it all depends. Time, and then also where we're going, and if we're repeating these places within, you know, 6 months several times.
Yeah, if we know we're going to hit the same town 3 times in the next 4 months, we're definitely going to change the set time every time we play there.
Start playing some covers and...
Yeah,
sometimes, you know,
sometimes we do.
Depends how much we have to drink on the stage, you know.
If the crowd's wild, you know, and they really, you know, they push us to the limit where we don't know anything else to play, then, you know, we'll go a little further than that.
Yeah. What's some of your biggest venues you guys played?
Like ever?
Ever, you know.
Ever.
Let's see. We played.
What was the biggest one?
I mean, we played that outdoor thing at Ozzfest one year.
Yeah, that'd be like, how many people do you think was there?
That was a good bit.
7,000 people were there at that time.
And you guys get to meet the Ozman himself?
No, we didn't get to meet him. Maybe hopefully, like, we're gonna be doing it this year. It's like six shows or something.
Okay, you guys doing the Ozzfest this year?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So maybe we'll get to meet him. We're really stoked that Alfred's gonna be on it too, because you know, Rob is equally a part of
for sure
old metal as fucking the Ozman himself.
So in that sense, you guys playing Ozzfest, it's another boost in the Goatwhore,
absolutely,
you know, catalog, you know,
it definitely
era.
puts us in front of a lot of different audiences.
Yeah, and a lot of kids that probably would have never even heard of our band, it puts us in front of a totally new audience, you know, and a lot of them, which definitely helps.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, you know, when you're playing, and now you got YouTube, let's say, you know, all the footage that, you know, gets leaked out, you know, let's say live concerts, you guys find that help the band out?
Anything helps. You know, the internet is so like skewed nowadays, where so many people, there's bands that freak out because people are downloading stuff and things. But it's just like, at this point, it's like, you can't control it. You might as well just let things ride and just do what you have to do. You know, we're not going to sit here and gripe about it or anything. You just go ahead and do it. You know, you spread the word. It helps spread the word completely. So anything extra is beneficial.
Well, guys, I hope you guys sell a lot of merchandise tonight. And make some.
We got 2 days off to drop to Kingston, Ontario after tonight, so.
That's a long drive.
That's a lot of gas, too.
Yeah. So I see you guys got a little tip for metal jar.
Yeah. You know, tips. You know, they help us get some little snacks.
Now, do they get filled up with money after a night?
Sometimes.
It's filled up with different things. Sometimes it gets filled up with money, sometimes it gets filled up with pills, sometimes it gets filled up with weed, sometimes it gets filled up with phone numbers.
Okay.
You know, it all depends.
It doesn't get filled with beer, but people do bring beer and drinks and offers.
They would just put out a tip pitcher. And just they would have like a Jägermeister one and a beer one.
Yeah.
And then they could tip us with Jägermeister beer.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a great stay in Nova Scotia. Sleeping in a van tonight.
Yeah, we are.
We probably are.
Oh, okay.
we slept, well, half of us slept in the van last night.
Yeah, so certain other individuals slept in his house last night. And, you know, some things happen.
Yeah, but no, most of the time we do. It depends. Every now and then, like.
That's got to be rough in the morning.
Well, sometimes it doesn't. I guess you get so accustomed to it where it's not really a big deal anymore. You know, there's like 4 bench seats and everybody pretty much sleeps on a bench seat.
And when you guys look at it like that, you guys are truly the soldiers of metal. You know, living not in the 5-star hotel.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's like, I'd really like to say this to all those little kids that want to talk all their shit about, oh, you're not hardcore enough or anything. It's just like, well, come fucking sleep in the van with us for fucking 9 months.
You wouldn't last a
fucking
fucking week in Goatwhore, you fucking little faggots.
Goatwhore, everybody.